Hey there, spooky cats. It's your spooky cat lady here, and today we're diving into one of West Virginia's most haunted locations, Poorhouse Farm Park in Martinsburg, West Virginia. This place has a history so dark and chilling, it's no wonder it's a hotspot for paranormal activity. Grab your ghost hunting gear and let's explore. Poorhouse Farm Park wasn't always the peaceful spot it appears to be today. Back in the 1800s, it was the Berkeley County Alms House, a place where the poor and destitute sought refuge. But sadly, this refuge was more of a grim prison. Overcrowding, disease, and despair were rampant, making it a place of immense suffering. As night falls, the atmosphere at Poorhouse Farm Park shifts dramatically. Visitors and paranormal investigators have reported a slew of eerie encounters, from shadowy figures lurking in the woods to disembodied voices whispering through the darkness. It's clear that the spirits of those who suffered here are still present. One of the most famous ghostly residents is the spirit of a young girl, often seen near the ruins of the old alms house. Legend has it she was a child who perished under the harsh conditions, and now her restless spirit roams the park, seeking comfort or perhaps a playmate in the afterlife. But perhaps the most significant reason for the hauntings at Poorhouse Farm Park lies here, at the unmarked grave. This grave is believed to be the final resting place for many former residents of the alms house. These were people who died without family or friends, and their identities often lost to history. The grave, often referred to as the Poorhouse Cemetery, holds the remains of those who passed away unknown. The lack of proper burial rites contribute significantly to the restless spirits reported in the park. Graves and burial sites are commonly associated with ghostly phenomena, especially when the deceased were not afforded the dignity of proper remembrance. The spirits tied to Poorhouse Farm Park may be trying to reach out to the living, to tell their stories, or to seek some form of acknowledgment or peace. For those brave enough to explore Poorhouse Farm Park after dark, here are a few tips. Bring a flashlight, as the paths can be quite dark and eerie. A digital recorder might capture some of the mysterious voices reported by many visitors. And most importantly, approach with respect. The spirits here are said to be restless and somber, remnants of a painful past that shouldn't be taken lightly. Hello, spooky cats. It's the spooky cat lady, and today we're here at Poorhouse Farm Park, located in Martinsburg, West Virginia, because some horrible things happened here, and now it is haunted. Now it's a wonderful place for weddings and events and picnicking, so let's check it out. We're going to do an investigation and see what we can find. So we are on one of the trails around Poorhouse Farm Park. There's what was it, 50 acres or 500 acres? I forget what you said. A lot of acres. It was either 50 or 500. I know it's a big difference. We do have some sound pollution for this. A lot of screaming kids. So hopefully they'll be going home to eat dinner soon. But we're out here in the woods. I'm getting an EMF reading to see if there's any EMF pollution here before we get started, because EMF can make people think they've seen ghosts So we want to make sure there is no constant signal anywhere around here. I seriously doubt there will be, because we're in the middle of nowhere. I don't see any power lines or factories or anything like that. We're like up on a hill. Whoa. Yep, so far good. So I no longer use an EMF to like talk to ghosts, because I don't think it works that way. But I do now use it to debunk if people have been sensing a ghost. If their house is full of EMF, then they've probably been getting nausea and hallucinations and everything else from too much EMF. What say you, Pookie?
We're going to get that from dehydration.
Yeah, we might die from dehydration. We got a nice spooky woods over here. He's hating life right now, I'm sure. But as you see, there is no EMF up here. So we are clean. So let's get started. Alright, so we got some devices here. This one here is a Geiger counter. So maybe ghosts are radioactive. I don't know. But there doesn't seem to be any radiation here, so that's good. Good news for us. And this here is a carbon monoxide detector, because a lot of times when people think they have a ghost in their house, it turns out they just have a carbon monoxide leak in their house, and they're seeing hallucinations and feeling sick and dizzy and thinking it's paranormal activity, when really they just got a gas leak and need to get it fixed. Here we got a temperature and humidity gauge, so we can see if the temperature suddenly goes up or suddenly goes down for a cold spot. And this is a light meter. So we're going to get our initial reading, which is 11. So if we see like a shadow, or it seems like things are getting darker, lighter, we can actually check and see, is it our eyes? Is it just the equipment changing settings? Or is it really a shadow? Or is it really getting dark? Right now it's at 11. So if it were to go down all of a sudden for no reason in one spot, then it could be a ghost. We'll find out. But these things are going to stay here. We'll check it out here and there. We are here now, even though it's still daylight out, because you're not allowed to be here in the dark. It's only open from dawn to dusk, so you can't be in here. I don't know if you can get permission to be. Maybe one day we'll find out, but right now we're just kind of testing things out and seeing. So some of the stories about this place. So basically it was an alms house back in the 1800s, and unfortunately the people who lived in it did not get taken care of very well, and a lot of them died from diseases, from mistreatment, from starvation. It was not a good place. I'm glad it's a good place now, but it's kind of funny when you think about it. All these happy families just having fun, not knowing what actually happened here. Somewhere on the property is a mass grave where they just buried everyone who died, because a lot of these people didn't have families, didn't have money. Nobody, unfortunately, cared about them. So they just threw them in a mass grave. All their names are pretty much lost to history. But there's a marker somewhere. Even though I've been here many times, I used to be a wedding photographer, and I'd come here and shoot engagement sessions and weddings. I have never seen this marker. I have no idea where it is, and we went all around the property and did not see it. So wherever it is, I know it's in a field. it's well hidden. It could be on one of the trails somewhere farther away from the property, but we haven't seen it yet. What else? So some of the ghosts, there's supposed to be a ghost of a little girl who died at the Alms House, and she wanders around the lake and around the actual Alms House property, and people see her sometimes. And there's also people hear whispering, people experience cold spots, they see shadows, you know, all the usual haunty kind of stuff people experience around in this area. So we're here because we're hoping to also experience it. We're trying to do more scientific types of investigations. So the first thing we got to do is figure out what really works and doesn't work. So somebody doesn't like visitors. So I have 20 questions printed out, and we're going to use these 20 questions, the exact same 20 questions. So sorry, you're going to have to hear these questions over and over again. The exact same 20 questions over and over with the different apps at different locations, and kind of work out statistical information of when we actually get hits, when we don't get hits. I'm supposed to have my notebook, I'm writing it down, but I guess I can just get it off the video, so I'll have to watch it and get it off the video. So far we've had 2 unsolicited responses. Haven't even asked the question yet, and they're upset. Are you Pookie? Spooky. He's too tall. So here's the first question. What is your favorite memory from your life? If you could change one thing about your past, what would it be?
Nothing.
Machete.
Machete? What's that?
Machete.
Well, that doesn't make sense for the question. What was the most important lesson you learned during your life? Question 4. Is there something you wish you had told someone before you pass? Well, they don't like our questions. I'm going to flip it around because it might be more interesting to see the forest than to see me. We just got the response, stay a while, but we didn't ask any questions. Question 5. What is your favorite season and why? Well, I'm going to say not summer. I am sweating. Should be scared.
Well, season after.
6. Do you have a favorite place in this house or building or in these woods? Jeffrey? What was your favorite book or story? Question 8. Did you have any pets? If so, what were their names? You just gave a... What kind of energy?
Dark energy.
Dark energy everywhere. I'm not feeling it, but okay. What is your opinion about the current state of the world? Question 10. Is there a specific event in history that you found fascinating? Yeah. Question 11. What was your profession or trade when you were alive? Question 12. Can you describe a significant event that happened to you here? These questions were picked to provoke very specific answers to prove whether we're getting real responses or not. Question 13. Lucky? Dorothy? Question 13. Lucky 13. What kind of music did you enjoy? Do you have a favorite song? Show me that reggae!
Joe.
Would say Joe? 14. Do you have any advice for the living? Question 14. Any advice for the living? Question 15. Is there something you are looking for or waiting for? No response. 16. Do you remember your dreams from when you were alive? "17. What is the most beautiful thing you remember seeing?" This place is pretty beautiful. You're welcome to leave your comments down in the comments about what we're doing. What do you think? There's something more scientific-y we can be doing. I had planned to do... What'd it say?
Where's my body?
Where's my body? Well, we're trying to find it. If we can find the marker, your body's probably there. 17. What is the most... Oh, we did 17. 18. Do you have a favorite time of day or night? I always have trouble thinking of questions on the spot. That's why I printed out a list, and I decided to be scientific with these apps. It would probably make sense to use the same questions and see what happens. So it's good to print them out. 19. If you could communicate one message to the world, what would it be? There's a bicycle sign up here. I would not want to ride a bike here. Dear God. That's some serious bike riding you're doing if you're riding here.
Heretics Fork.
What'd it say?
Heretic's Fork.
Heretics Fork?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck does that mean? I did 19. And 20, our last question that we're going to ask to test this app out. Is there something you want us to know about this place? Now keep in mind, a lot of people are still here. I'm actually surprised there are. So there is a lot of sound pollution. We could get further away, but it is so hot and it's all uphill. So we're like, this is as good as it's gonna get. Although we might come back here. We live close to this place, so we can always come back during a time of year when it'll be less busy. Alright, so I'm gonna check out the gauges again. Alright. There's the Geiger meter. It's at 0.18 or 0.12. I'm not sure which one you use. There's two different numbers on it. Carbon dioxide has not gone off, so we're good. The temperature and the humidity have gone up. I think it was 81 before with 55. Now it's 84 with 70. But that's a normal amount. That's not something like a ghost made happen, I don't think. And light meter. The light is probably a little bit less now because the sun is going down. So yep, it's gone down a point by 10. Those are all normal readings. Nothing supernatural about any of that. It's a beautiful spot if you want to come out here ghost hunting. Mountains. You want to try the other path that looked flatter? There's more people, but at least I want to climb up there. We don't want to climb up there. Ugh. Here's all the trails. We're looking to see if the markers on the map anywhere. I have a feeling they're kind of trying to hide that old history. Alright, so we've changed locations. We wanted to try another place. It's a little bit quieter here, quieter. There is still noise pollution, but not nearly as much. And hopefully I can remember how to navigate around this thing. So I have this recorder. So we're gonna see if we can get some EVPs. Is anybody here from the 1800s? If you hear a child's voice, that is a child over there, not a ghost. Is the little girl here? You can come sit with us at this picnic table. There was a deer here. You can come see the deer. Alright, so we'll play it back, see what we got. If I can figure out how. Is anybody here from the 1800s? Those are birds. If you hear a child's voice, that is a child over there, not a ghost. Is the little girl here? You can come sit with us at this picnic table. There was a deer here. You can come see the deer. Please wait. Recording. Oh, that's a different recording. Hello, ghost. Nothing on that one. Uh-oh, here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. There's a really loud bird here now. So we won't be staying here super long just because it's so hot. We'll have to come back like September, October, November, somewhere around in there and do it again. Because I'm melting, like literally melting. What about you? So I'm gonna try one more EVP, see what we get. Can you hear the birds? There's a plane flying over. Do you come out this far or you only stay at the house?
If you're here, make a bird noise.
That's called cheating. We want to hear your voice, not a bird. Can the deer see you? Can you just walk right up to them and they don't notice? Alright, let's see what we got. Can you hear the birds? There's a plane flying over. Do you come out this far or you only stay at the house? Oh, biker. Is he a ghost?
If you're here, make a bird noise.
That's called cheating. We want to hear your voice, not a bird. Jeez. Can the deer see you? Can you just walk right up to them and they don't notice? Because they're ghosts. Please wait. Please wait. Please wait. Please wait. That would be a benefit of being a ghost, is that you could just walk right up to nature. They don't know you're there. You're a ghost.
White lady
And you can
with the
enjoy
blonde hair.
all the creatures of this planet.
The flowers. Are you
So
here?
recording.
Oh, yeah, let me turn it off. Well, not much. Do I get any feelings here? Nope. No spooky vibes. No
Heat stroke.
heat stroke, maybe. Yes. But I don't feel creeped out here. Like I drove by a place called Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. You guys have probably heard of. At the time I drove past it, I had never heard of it. I just happened to be on my way to a wedding on that side of West Virginia. And when I saw that place, I was immediately creeped out and was like, whoa, that place is haunted. Like immediately I looked at it and I wanted to stop and see it so bad, but I was officially on the clock, so I could not. I had to get to the rehearsal and, work. So I never did get to stop there, but that place was amazing. I would have taken 1,000 pictures. So I think we're gonna walk around and try and find the marker, and then by the time we might find it, it'll probably be time for us to go because the sun will be down, because we have to leave by sundown. So let's go and see what we can find. Sadly, we did not capture any evidence at Poorhouse Farm Park, even though I thought we did. I left that in because it's important to show how an investigator could accidentally make a mistake or even accidentally fake evidence. So I left it in so you could see my mistake. So with the spirit talker, we got no direct answers. is looking bad for the phone talking apps. I wish I had found some evidence, but I didn't. We are back at the lake area, which is such a nice area. I used to come here all the time, and they've really made a lot of improvements, so it's really nice. So if any locals are watching this, you should bring your kids out. It's pretty awesome. And also with the EVP, there were also no EVPs that we captured. It's still a wonderful place to go and a place to investigate, so I do recommend it. We will go back at some point and do a better investigation. I'm searching all over for this marker, and from the other side I thought I saw it around here, but I think I was wrong. I don't know where they hid it. I saw a picture of it online, but I've been all around, so unless it's on one of the trails way back on one of the trails somewhere, it's nowhere in the easy to reach areas. So that'll be an adventure for another time. I tried to find that marker. We literally went all over the property except all the trails, so it has to be somewhere deep on one of the trails. There must be another like field that opens up, and there it is, but we didn't find it in any of the main areas, and it's a pretty big, the main areas are pretty big, so I thought it would be in one of these fields somewhere, but didn't find it. That's a trip for another time. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, and more spooky content will be coming soon. Bye. So, my dear spooky cats, if you ever find yourself in Martinsburg, take a detour to Poorhouse Farm Park. Experience the beauty of the park by day, but if you're seeking a true thrill, return after dusk and see if you can sense the otherworldly presence here. Just remember, some spirits might be more than willing to make your acquaintance. Until next time, stay spooky.